up, you guys? Chelsea Briggs here, coming to you from Mixology 101 LA, joined by the fellas of O-Town.
Is this how it ends with a simple telephone call? You leave me here with nothing at all. Just wanna skydive right into your life, seeing the whole world by your side.
How are you?
We're well.
Awesome.
Yeah?
I just realized that you're Chelsea Briggs. I tweeted you once.
You did?
That's hilarious.
Awkward.
Because this kind of goes into perfectly because I'm a fan of you guys, and I have been for a while, and you guys were one of the first concerts that I ever attended.
And you didn't answer his tweet?
I did answer you.
You did. It was after you said something like we were going to come on.
That's how
you
we
were
got
going to
there?
actually interview us, and I tweeted, you tweeted back. It was awesome. Okay,
yeah.
I just now
There you
put
go.
2 and 2 together right here.
Right
on
here,
the
right
air,
now, live.
Yes.
Not so awkward anymore.
How does it feel to be back?
Feels amazing. I mean, it's been 12 years since we had an album come out. That's out. You know, just being around the guys has been amazing. Just the writing, the recording, the rehearsing, joking around. Dan laughing right now for no apparent reason, just because I'm talking. Apparently that makes Dan laugh.
Being away for 12 years, like, why now? Why come back now?
When the opportunity to get back together came up, it was like a now or never kind of thing,
Yeah.
and it just fit. So that worked out nicely for us.
How would you say, like, going your separate ways has most helped evolve you guys as a band? What would you
I
say?
think that's the only reason why we're able to do it this way right now. Dan went and got his graphic design degree, so he's doing all of our artwork from the website to the pictures, the album, everything you see. I got a business degree, so I'm able to help manage the band. All the writing, the different things that we've done behind the camera for a change allowed us to take the lead on this one. We got a fingerprint on every part of this process.
Well, and it's probably cool for you guys because you have so much more say in everything, like you kind of just said, but even the music and seems like from A to Z is all you.
Everyone's focused on the same prize. You know, everyone has the same mentality. Let's put our input in. Let's all be a part of it on every level, and it's made this thing way more gratifying this time around than the last time around. That's for sure.
Ashley Parker Angel is no longer with you guys. Ashley, oh. But how is that? How is that? I mean, did you feel kind of like a different band or?
It definitely feels different just
Yeah.
because we went from 5 to 4, which is obvious. I mean, it would feel different, but just the music and everything feels different because we were away for so long. It wasn't like we were together last month and then now this month it's 4 of us. We took so much time away that it allowed us to come back as 4 and for it to feel comfortable, just like something new, as opposed to if we had just left him or he had just left out of the blue. So it's been kind of seamless and it's been good. I mean, we miss him, you know, but you know, we had to move forward without him.
When he decided not to be a part of it, it really brought us together, I think, a little bit more. Like, it forced us to say, okay, how do we make this work without, you know, the face, you know? So it really came down to the music, and that's where our focus became the music. And it was because of Skydive and how well people received it that allowed us the opportunity to make the album. So the evolution process has been triggered so many different ways, and that being one of them.
Definitely. Well, speaking of the music, Lines and Circles is out. It's been a few weeks now, and it first day charted as number 10 on iTunes is what I hear.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty cool because, you know, we're keeping everything very lean right now. This is an indie operation for us right now. And so it was really cool to see the fans support it like they did. It was, and unexpected for that matter.
Like, what's something about this album that you're just most excited about?
I legitimately listened to the album. Like start
for me too. I
start
gotta
to
be
back.
honest.
Like, I mean, I legitimately will put it on in the car. I'm bumping it. If I pull up to a car now and it's on, I don't roll my window up.
Wait,
I'm like,
so
yeah.
you were like that with your first album?
Yeah, I mean, you know, I would listen to it because it was us, but it
Don't
was
let
like.
Trevor kid you. There is no
Trevor
way.
bumped it.
You love Liquid Dreams. Come on.
I mean, but I was still kind of embarrassed of it.
But he's right. I mean, there are songs on this album that you can put on in the club, which we've never really had before. So that's kind of cool. And so a little more street cred, maybe.
Definitely. Was that important going into this album that you wanted a different sound? Like, did you guys know kind of what you were going to do, or did it sort of just happen?
At first it was different. It was weird because we didn't know if certain songs were O-Town enough, or like, remember, like we were like, oh,
And we wrote it, so we're like debating. I don't know if it's an O-Town
Yeah,
song.
that's
We got to a
funny.
point where like, well, O-Town wrote it,
So
therefore
is.
it's an
it's an
O-Town
O-Town
song.
song.
Yeah.
Definitely. What was like a standout moment in the studio you guys had making this album? Maybe like, it could be like something quirky, funny that happened that was kind of like a good coming to, oh, what we're doing.
This is the most real moment ever. Sorry, you probably are going to say the same thing. The fact that Dan's little baby was running around at almost every session and like wrecking havoc, just Daddy.
Yeah.
Like that was the most different thing about recording this album than anything else, was working around and like taking turns like babysitting Major.
I put my son down for a nap, and then I'd be like, all right, I gotta record right now. I have like an hour and a half where I'm not gonna be bothered, or, you know, these guys were troopers babysitting. But I was gonna say one of the standout moments to me was when we were doing the song Buried Alive. Hopefully Eric doesn't get mad at me for this.
I'm gonna get really upset after the interview.
We were doing Buried Alive, and Eric was so sad when he came out of the studio. He sings the opening verse of the song, and we kept telling him how awesome it is. It's like, you're awesome, this sounds great. And he's like, no, this is horrible. It's the worst I've ever sounded. And it is easily my favorite part of the entire album. Eric's voice on that song literally kills it. It sets the tone for that song.
He basically taught him to don't listen to your instincts.
Yeah.
Listen to us.
We're always right.
Nothing you feel is correct.
You're your worst critic, though.
Yeah,
That's why you're so good at what you do,
Absolutely.
you know? If you could go back and give your younger selves advice, knowing what you know now about the industry, what would that advice be?
Your voice together is bigger than you think it is.
Yeah, we probably could have said no a couple of times, and we never did.
I would have said no to myself when the stylist gave me a like see-through mesh tank top.
The mesh tank top continues to surface.
It still plays. That still plays.
Still play.
It still plays.
Now more than ever.
So is it safe to say we're not bringing any O-Town fashion back?
I went and met Trevor out at a bar one night, and Trevor shows up in a jean jacket.
How many years after?
This is recent? This is recent.
This is like probably 2 years ago, so 10 years after Liquid Dreams has released. Trevor shows up in a jean jacket that we wore on the cover of our Liquid Dreams album.
Shiny denim.
It's shiny denim.
Did you do it like as a joke, or were you like, I'm rocking
No, it was
this?
like 80s. I was rocking it. I rocked it. I rocked it.
He was trying to rock it. So
I wasn't trying to rock it. I was rocking it. Denim jackets are back. Watch yourself, okay? Clip 2 pictures right now of celebrities wearing
The point
denim
being-
jackets. Thank you.
This is what I want, you guys. I want that jacket, and I want mesh shirts in your next music video, okay?
We might have to bring something like that.
Do it.
We could do that. We're gonna make a funny video.
Yeah.
And looking back on making the band, how was that experience? Is that still a positive thing for you guys, or looking back, is it like what are your memories of it?
I mean, it has to be a positive experience
Yeah.
because it brought us together. Looking back on it, it's just like you looking back at high school. If they had like a video high school yearbook and you watched it and you're like, oh, that was so awesome at the time, you know, so great, but you would laugh at yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But what making the band did was definitely propel us for what we're doing now. I mean, we always say like that was our college. You know, we went to school and Clive Davis was our professor, and Lou Pearlman and ABC and MTV. We had all these different classes we were taking and learning from, and we're now, you know, putting those into what we're doing now. So, I mean, making the band was great.
We were the last boy band of the era, but we were the first reality cast on network television.
That's
And
crazy.
That has become quite a bit of a phenomenon. So that still lasted over the years, which
Yeah.
everyone thought it would go away really quickly. Making the band stands out to me as more of the accomplishment, and obviously meeting the guys, and then the music, actually.
Yeah. What do you guys think about like the boy bands that are out there right now? Is it a crazy thing that they made the comeback, you know? And
God is never going to stop making young girls, so there's always going to be boy bands. It's going to come back around. So even if it goes through a drought, it's always going to come back. So it's never really been a shock when they come back.
The reason why it always just skips one little generation because
Yeah.
the younger sister doesn't want to like the same stuff as the
That's
older
true.
sister. So it's like, oh, well, you liked the boy band era, so I'm gonna like all these like Rocky guys, and now the little kids are liking the Rocky guys, and they're like, well, now I'm gonna start liking One Direction. That's all. That's all that is.
Speaking of One Direction, I was just in Nashville and they shut down the highway.
no.
It was like no one was driving because they played not the arena, they played the stadium.
Yeah, they're doing
That's
stadiums.
insane.
Awesome guys, badass.
Okay, so you guys might kill me, but I have a request. Can you maybe do like a little acapella of All or Nothing? Is that possible? Or no? Is
All or
it?
Nothing?
Do we know that song? I don't remember the lyrics. Isn't that bad? We could do like on the spot.
was like, oh, it's
What are the lyrics? I was like, what?
Because I want it.
Oh yeah, the biggest song we've ever done. I should know that. We'll do it. Yeah, we'll do it.
I think if you just started off, we'll just
we'll
kind of
jump
like
in.
fall into place.
I'll hear what's missing,
Do you
and
want,
I'll pick
do
apart.
you want Sierra and I to sing it for you?
Yes, please. Cause I want it all or nothing at all. There's no way left to fall when you reach the bottom. It's now or never. Is it all? Or are we just friends? Is this how it ends? With a simple telephone call, you leave me here with
with nothing at all.
You guys, that was awesome. That was so good.
Thank you.
See?
Thank you. Thank you.
Damn, that was
You guys-
really
that was-
high. I just picked your part. That was right. That was the perfect pitch.
I think that was on pitch.
Wait, you just did such an act. Oh, I don't know. I don't know the words. I
It
don't know
was
how
a
to do
lot
it.
of.
Hey.
It was a lot of preamble.
Hey.
It was.
High five.
Thank you.
You guys did awesome. Good job.
like getting put on a spot.
This ain't our first rodeo, cowboy.
Thank you so much, you guys. It's so
Thank
fun
you.
to talk to you
Thank you
guys.
so
This was
much.
You
fun.
guys are a good time. And of course, you guys, for more on O-Town, be sure to head to Hollywire.com and Hollywire TV, and we'll see you later.
Hey, what's up? We're O-Town.
and you are watching Hollywire TV.